Thank you for joining me. My name is Luke Payton and I am the Global Marketing Communications Manager at Atomos. Now, we're an Australian-based tech company and we produce market-leading products for the TV, film and broadcast industry. Now, our company was formed back in 2010 and it was formed when our CEO, Jeremy Young, and founder had a meeting with Steve Jobs to pitch the idea of the first product, which was the Ninja. So he sat down with Steve and had 20 minutes to convince Steve to give us the license to ProRes, which has become the default format in the video industry for editing, acquisition and delivery. So we got that back in 2010, and since that time we've sold over 250,000 devices, all with ProRes RAW. And over that time we've been able to build substantial relationships with all the key imaging companies in the world and the key computer companies in the world. And I'll speak more to that later. So there are three main market drivers for the video industry going forward. And as you know, video is becoming more and more predominant in advertising, especially in the corporate space. So we're going to see over a twofold increase in spending in that space in the next 4 years. And then we look at episodic TV production. At any one time, there's about 1,000 productions being undertaken in Hollywood, and over the next 4 years, you're going to see the spend in that increase fourfold as Apple and Amazon join in the race with Netflix. Excuse me. The other market driver is documenting life, which includes YouTubers, gamers, wedding videographers, which has been our key market over the years. And this again is going to increase substantially as more and more users jump online and put their content up for viewing. Now, in all these three markets, our devices are key to producing high quality video footage. And how we're uniquely placed to take advantage of all these growths in all these markets is because we sit between the best imaging companies in the world, Canon, Sony, Panasonic, and between the best computer companies in the world, Apple. And because we have such strong relationships, we're able to create things like bundles at the moment. At the moment, we're selling bundles with a Canon camera and our product, with a Sony camera and our product, with a Panasonic camera and our product. Okay, no other company is able to do this, but we are because of the relationships we've been able to build over the years with the Japanese and the US manufacturers. We also have a very, very close relationship with Apple. And as I'll explain shortly, we had a huge release this year with Apple in April. Now, this is just a quick slide to show you the sort of brand equity, the presence that we have in our market. And this is the biggest trade show in our industry in Las Vegas. And every year we have thousands and thousands of people come past our booth. As you can see in these photos, it's quite incredible to see how many people come past our booth and show so much interest in our products. So as I mentioned, this year in April, we had a co-launch with Apple to launch a new format called ProRes RAW. So this format is, we're an exclusive partner. So there was 3 launch partners. One was us, Atomos, and then there was Apple, and then there was DJI in the drone market. So they have one drone that supports ProRes RAW, and in the monitor recorder space, we're the only company that can record ProRes RAW. So ProRes RAW is a new RAW format which takes advantage of ProRes, which is a really efficient way of packing up data, and takes advantage of the most recent advancements in CPU and GPU technology. RAW gives you the flexibility and more latitude in post-production, and you combine those two together and you get a really, really powerful format that is just going to take off. So this is a quick slide of the product roadmap over the next 12 to 24 months. We've got a new product coming out in September this year, which is the Ninja 5. We've already sold probably 3,000-4,000 units pre-sale, and that number's just increasing day by day. So that product itself is going to take the market by storm. Following that, we'll have some other devices that will be launching later on in the year, and then we've got some other stuff as well coming out late next year, which I can't reveal at the moment. Now, we have a really strong board. We've got our chairman, Chris Tate, who was a former CFO of WH Smith. Got Neil Chatfield, who is a chairman of Seek Limited, an ASX top 100 company. We've got Sir Hussain, who was awarded a UK who was knighted for his services to technology in the UK. And then we've got the two founders, Jeremy Young, who's currently CEO, Even Overlease, who's a director. We've also got Robert Song, who is also a executive director. Now, just on Jeremy Young, here's the reason, he's got 20 years experience in the tech industry. He's got the ideas, and here's the reason why we've got such strong relationships with the Japanese camera manufacturers. So he spent a lot of time in Japan, speaks fluent Japanese, and he's able to build those relationships. He's able to build the relationships with the US manufacturers as well because of the time he spent in the US. And that unique ability to combine those two sets of manufacturers, the Japanese and the US, is one of the reasons why Atomos is so successful. Now, Chris, did you want to talk about the investment, or do you want me to go ahead? I'll just invite our chairman up. He's just going to give a quick overview of what's happening in terms of our lead manager, Henslow.
So Atomos is going through a pre-IPO capital raise at the moment. So it's raised substantial funds to date in a number of rounds, but it's raising money ahead of coming to an IPO on the ASX in the early part of 2019. And at the moment, we're just going through a pre-IPO raise, raising 10 million ahead of that listing early next year. So if there's any interest in that, obviously Henslow are here as one of the silver sponsors of the one-to-one conference. Ryan Whiteleg's the lead manager. So just contact him if you'd like to know anything more about what that process involves, and if you'd like to know more about the company. Don't know if you want to take any questions there on the company or the process. All right, thank you.